Hey YouTube junkies, it is me, Dad Hippie, and welcome to another top 10 opinion list. Blah blah blah. You've seen these millennia of times. And today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different than my usual top 10s. Most of my top 10s require some kind of geeky information, but a lot of my time has been spent recently on YouTube whenever I'm not helping my family pack up and move, which all the boxes are being held back here in the studios. So I thought I'd do a little top 10 of my favorite YouTube channels. Mind you, these are not the most successful YouTube channels, so PewDiePie, while exceptionally popular in the entirety of America, and the fact that I actually do watch them, he won't be on here because he's not one of my all-time favorites. So anytime, let's go out and begin this at number 10 with someone may be known by some of you. His name is DanQ8000. He's a very funny Let's Player who does a lot of stuff. He goes from variations of sports games. He's got Fallout, Star Wars KOTOR 1 and 2. He's an incredibly funny guy with my brand of humor. It's kind of questionable sometimes. And he's a really interesting guy in the way of he's got kind of an occult fan base following, really. But anyway, not staying on one person too long, I plan on keeping this a shorter video. Hopping on to number 9 is a guy from Norway. His name's Pellic. His YouTube page is Pellic Official. He takes music that his fans leave in the comments and he remetalizes them in these unique and interesting ways. Keeping on the music side of things, my next number 8 is a guy named Watsky. He's a nerdy kind of guy who raps insanely talentedly. Is talentedly a word? I don't think so. Anyway, so hopping off of music for a second and going back to video games, we have Dave the Usher. Dave the Usher comes in next at number 7, simply because he's a real chill guy who's got a really sweet, smooth sense of humor, and he's funny. I've talked about him before early on in my career, so you've probably heard reference to him at least once, twice, maybe 5 times. Moving on to number 6, I have Sir Connor Anderson. This is the genius that came up with Roll a D6, the Like a G6 parody that's gotten over, I don't know, 6 million views so far on YouTube. He's a comedic genius, but he's more along the lines of filming and stuff like that. So he doesn't post regularly, but the things he does post are they look 20,000 times better than any of my videos will ever look in the entirety of my YouTube career. Moving on, next we have, afterwards, at number 5, we have Cnanners Gaming. Cnanners, for those of you who don't know, which I hardly think any of you will not know, Cnanners is a gaming god. He plays games like Gmod, he's got Brop Hunt, he's got all this stuff, and he just kind of trolls the shit out of all his friends. So yeah, it's kind of funny for me to watch. Next up, we've got Smarticus. He's one of the Derp Crew, which is the official 4 members of the Derp Crew. He's actually the one that I watched that introduced me to the whole Derp Crew scene. Most people got introduced to the Derp Crew through Chilled Chaos, otherwise known as Cryus Gamer, but I watched Smarticus for years. So he takes in the number 4 spot because I've watched him for a long time. Number 3 is a guy named Ohmwrecker, or Masked Gamer, which is his entire YouTube thing. It's Ohmwrecker / Masked Gamer. He plays a lot of games. He does play with Cnanners and some other guys. He's hilarious. He's kind of goofy, but all in all, it's really funny to watch. Next up is a guy named Lasercorn. Most people will know Lasercorn from watching Smosh or Smosh Games. Lasercorn is absolutely psychotic. His channel mostly deals with him playing games either with mods of Skyrim or GTA or all these other mods that he plays, and he just goes out and he loses his fucking mind in these games. And now finally, my #1 favorite YouTube channel as of right now the game theorists. Yeah. You guys know that I'm an insanely nerdy person. Well, these guys take that to a whole nother degree. They take video game stuff and prove it to be scientifically possible using actual mathematics and scientific equations, as well as dating things that could possibly have happened through history, proving theories such as Mario's a madman, Mario's a communist, Peach was bipolar. All these other crazy and insane theories that sound absolutely out of the way, they end up making them completely and totally plausible, and it is absolutely hilarious to watch. Just the main guy that started is MatPat. He's the one that does the game theories. There's several other shows on the channel aside from just the game theories. One of them is Culture Shock with Gaijin Goomba. He does all these other things that clash cultures throughout the world. It's really hard to describe. It's just a conglomerate of gamers and scientists in a mesh that doesn't seem like it would work, but then they totally bring it all around and make like this wonderful love baby of a YouTube channel. And it's like the greatest thing ever? Maybe? I don't know. But anyway, guys, those were my top 10 favorite YouTube channels. And anyway, I'm going to be signing off. I don't have any outro music today because this is just a tiny video. But anyway, you all know this. Stay cool, stay in school, and stay away from them drugs. Oh, and whoever sent me that PM, I forgot your name, about, I'm not talking about marijuana or anything like that. Weed is fine. It doesn't do anything harmful. I'm talking about staying away from meth and staying away from heroin and the chemical drugs that fuck people up. My personal opinion, I would never do meth or marijuana, but make marijuana legal, tax the shit out of it. America would be out of debt. Plain and simple. But that's why I'm not in politics. I'd get shot. Anyway, guys, stay cool, stay in school, stay away from them drugs.